You see, I do this for the first time, Brian. Happy Father's Day, Brian. uh, so I do a screenshot as I promised, but in this way, I haven't done it yet. I hope you can hear me and you can see something what I'm doing here. Oh, this is, by the way, one of my, you probably saw that, one of my street photos. That's not far from where we live because they develop the outskirts to a new suburb. Um, yeah, I want to show you the software I was working in. I'm actually thinking how to start first. Okay, I show you, click. Oh, whoa, this is, there we going. Um, so A Few Summers Left is one of my songs. It's the first song that I tried to tackle in the editing process. And I promised you to show you what I'm doing here. I just close this. So this should look sort of familiar. This is the G for the rhythm guitar. I looped the guitar. This is the voice V that I sang over it. And recorded it. And now this is the interesting part with this program. This is actually so this is how it sounds.
Everybody happy but you.
So I don't want to torture you more than necessary. That is not finished editing, but you heard that these are actually notes. So, and this is where it gets exciting. Now we go back to this little window. These are plugins. This is a labs, and the labs is here. So I can go into a different, these are the only two different, let's see if I can open this here again. Okay, that's something else, no worry. If I open this, labs. Okay, what I chose there, I played a uh, a piano, a soft piano there. Let's see if something. You see, this is another plugin, and obviously it's a bass, right? And and I can't show you this part. I'll show you that later. So I could do this. Go back here. And then this one is alarmed. There's a little recording knob, right? I know this looks a little bit odd, but you know Final Cut Pro, right? You have different little.
You may just have a few summers.
So that was just for demonstration that you can play these instruments, all these instruments, and this is free, okay? In that program. This program, Ableton Live 10 Lite, and that's all you need, came with Arturia Minilab. Arturia Minilab is basically a MIDI keyboard. So you play all instruments, every single instruments over you see these are again like Few Summers Left, the voice, the rhythm guitar, voice, the soft piano, the bass, and now I can do another here. MIDI track, audio track would be a WAV file. Okay, WAV file we know. MIDI track, that is where you play an instrument. So I open it one and I just will now drag and drop the BBC orchestra in there. So you just drag and drop. Takes a moment and I zip on my cappuccino. It's 7 p.m. We had a wonderful dinner. We had salmon, Marcia made it, and a glass of white wine. And then I always top it off with a cappuccino. Oh boy, I hopefully my little computer is not overwhelmed now. So there you go, Brian. Now you and me, we are the guys that stand in front of their. There you see, this is the MIDI keyboard. They show basically the tabs or the keys. So and then here you can choose the violins or There's another violin set. Here are the horns, harp and celeste. You can click through. These are all instruments or ensembles that you then can play. Okay, and these are cello. Cello's nice. Come on, I do the cello. So I now highlighted the cello. Yeah, and you see down there basically the keys that I play. So basically, you could, you know, score a spaghetti western or anything else. And the quality, by the way, is outstanding. Okay, so there that is professional quality. There's no hissing sound whatsoever. So this is the one way to use this program. And the program was for free with that Arturia Mini Lab. So with this mini keyboard, and the mini keyboard cost like $130. So this is nothing for the fun you will have. Now there's another fun part, okay? And then we open this here, Splice. This is where I became a member of. I pay $9.50 or whatever a month, and I get access to a lot of stuff. I have now a lot of stuff open, by the way, because I'm recording right now, obviously, a video. I also have my two biggest programs open. What is the Ableton Live, and so and the what's it called, Wondershare Filmora. So this is my Splice account. What does that mean? You see here, let's see, what's the fun? Here's a kick, snare, drum loop 11. So lo-fi cuts, that is soulful jazz beats. Let's play that. So as you can see, I can play them all, and I purchased them all, and I can use them for free after I paid for it. So it's not for free, but you have access to, I think, 100,000 or more. Like, it's insane, and it's fun to listen through. So how do you get those? Okay, that's the one. I lock this down here. Here we go. Now we have to go online. Yeah, you see, I have a good music taste still. You see, that could be us, you and me. I think that would be a perfect match there, right there. So we go to splice.com. And now the page opens where I'm the member, and I have access to hundreds of thousands of loops, of all sorts of loops. Discover new sounds, what's new today, popular this week, let's see, is there Cinematic Soul? Should we check that out? Let's check that out. So Cinematic Soul. Then you get a little, you have a little with an eye on cinematic orchestral styles of jazz and soul from the 60s and 70s. It's like, okay, you can play a demo. I already like that one. Okay. So there's a reason. So probably I listened into it and already earmarked it. Okay. So I'm logged in here as I am. So, and then you have the loops here. So I'm just going to a shorter one. Don't want to bore you at all here. So, and you see, like, some are 6 seconds, some are hits. Okay, so you can say loops or one shot. So you go to loops, because you also can have one shots if you just like the sound of a certain instrument. Come on, now we do a 2021. So I listen to. So, it's better gleich. No, sorry. Oh, this is loud, eh? I'm sorry about that. So I turn it down a little bit. So as you see, it plays through. Let's play another one. Let's play this one. Oh, I like that one already. You see, this is more like a top loop, whatever Arcadia is. These are the keywords you can Google for or splice for in here, right? You can find those. You know what? Yeah, I like that one. So I like that one. I like that one so much, I go over here. I don't say add it to likes. I will download it. Use a credit, okay? So every month I think I get 100 credits for my $9 or 9.50. 100 credits are 100 loops. I now have 194 credits, and this one I like so much, and I want to show it to you. It's that I download it. Okay. So now it's downloading. And you always will keep those, right? It doesn't matter if you stop being a member. Now we close this and we open Splice. So, Splice again. Maybe I should have closed it and isn't that steps? Is that the one? No, it's a different one. Yeah, well, maybe I close it all. Oh, I close it and then it can update again. So because it should be now my first sample that it isn't. When you want to sense, oh, something happened, right? Here we go, right? Here we go again. So now the sample is in my account. Yeah, I like that. So now we're getting closer to this. Copy clipboard. Copy. So now copied basically to the clipboard. I go to, this might be a little bit, so music. And then I have like own audio here. Now I have Splice here. So I just, let's see. Whoa, there's a lot of stuff in there, isn't there? Let's say paste. Okay, there we have it. Okadi or something. So that's why I'm looking for it. You can order that probably better than me, but yeah, I was too excited to have a proper order in there. Now we close that one and we go in here. So I have, now these are, as you see, the plugins. So those are things mostly for free that I just download because I like the sounds of certain instruments. But now I go down here. There's the own audio. That's my folder again, right? Own audio. And there's a Splice again. So we go to Splice. And Okadi or something was somewhere. Where was it? Okadi. There it is. So there we have. We go again. Awesome. So then I can say open. Now this is not a MIDI track. It's an audio track, right? It's a WAV file. And I can quickly put it go into the other one. Just a sec. So this is again this one here, right? That you saw in the beginning. That's the bass. That's the BBC Symphony Orchestra. And here we have our guy, and I pull it in here. And now comes the fun part. You don't have to copy and paste. You can pull those, okay? Now I didn't check if I need that. It's just for demonstration. It probably doesn't work together, especially because I don't play a certain rhythm. I make it louder.
You may just have
As we
a
can
few
hear,
summers
it's not
left.
quite the same rhythm.
So is this really how you?
But that's how it works. And not only that, if we go back, so I just collapse that. If we go back to, I guess I have to collapse that too. If we go back to the Splice here, now what's interesting, how do you find what you need, right? Well, you see here already C major, right? C minor, D major, F minor. Here you can you can search for beats per minute, and you can nail it down to exact beats of your song. You can, in what key you're playing, you see, like C, D, E, F, G, A, B, blah blah blah, major, minor. And if you look for certain instruments, okay, brass, it's all in here. Sound effects, genres, as you can see, jazz, blues, mumbaton, whatever that is, Thorsten super music jungle. So you can really in Splice, okay, it's worthwhile. Even if you just make some movies still, it is really fun. And often I find loops that inspire me to music, and that is also fun. It just needs a couple of hours at the end of a day, what at the moment is not so easy. But yeah, I definitely wanted to show you that. And I think I sent you a link to a YouTube video about the Arturia. But this is how I put my music together, basically. So if you have any questions, but okay, let's open here this guy again, Ableton, because this is where it all happens, right? So you know, and there are just these two views, and again, like the learning curve is big, is really big, and I can double check. Let's open this little guy. Oops. Okay, so this here, this is a soft piano that I play there. You see, with a double click, that instrument opens again. And so, but if I wanna see, if I other double click, you have this here. That's also interesting because you think like, okay, maybe I can just so now these are exactly the tones I'm playing, right? So this one is a little loud. I pull that down a little bit, and I can also change the length how I play it. For example, here I hold the key down longer, and the MIDI reflects that in here. You can also, like, if you think that happens to me often, I'm out of sync, I can move them around, etc., etc. How does that sound? The sky's the limit, as Tom Petty said. Okay, I cheered you with the rest of my cappuccino. Hopefully, it wasn't too boring. And those are the simple ins and outs of Ableton meets Splice. Have a good one. Cheers.